sincerely believe through the years I've been coming here that if y'all would make your mind up individually to work together, and I heard it's not personal. I question not, and I'm not speaking to you directly, but I do believe I see several things happening that it becomes personal. And that's not, you're going to be frustrated. The individuals that are doing that's going to be frustrated. I ain't no old man up here trying to tell y'all how to act. But, you know, all of y'all seem to want things to get better, you know. And I'm 100% certain if y'all make up your individual minds to work together on a business level, put the other stuff aside. Mr. Sessions, I mean, he responds, and I'm not in any of y'all's shoes, but he responds to me. And I can only imagine that if y'all give a concerted effort, he will respond to you. And y'all know better than me how well he does. But please, y'all work together, get this all straightened out, do the work for the people. Y'all will rest better. Y'all won't be stressed out and stuff, you know. So please, and turn your mind on that. It was voted in last time for the old evaluation form to be used, and I understand from what little I do that the one that was from the League of Cities or something, he wasn't hired on that one. So the old one should be the one used, and y'all just get along and work for it. Thank you.
Well, let's give it to Ms. Brown real quick. Ms. Brown, you still have time to leave.
Hi, Shanice Brown, owner of Greenport Kitchen, also born and raised citizen of Lago. So I come back to invest in my own community. When it comes down to the evaluation portion for Mr. Sessions, when I first met Mr. Sessions, he told me about another resident's utility bill that he paid. And I was like, well, is this disingenuous? Like, why would he be telling me someone else's personal business? So when it came down for me to get to know him, he showed his true colors. Now during this meeting, I wrote down patterns. We have patterns under Mr. Sessions: money missing, lack of communication, lack of training, because he keeps saying, well, no one told me. He doesn't have the training for the position. It keeps shifting from this side to that side. This person says this, and I'm saying these things because when you all do the evaluation, you all need to put things on there of these things, because he keeps saying that he goes out into the community and help people. Everybody that gets up here and says he doesn't are black and brown people. I'm just saying. So also, what does it take for everybody to be treated fairly? And then, as well as NAACP reached out to me to assist me with my things going on, and a source came to me, told me they spoke to Mr. Sessions, and he told them that he had people following me to 2 of my addresses. So harassment, potentially, allegedly. So I am a female, I am a born and raised citizen of Lago, Florida. I am a business owner, and I think all of these things need to be considered when evaluation is taking place.
Let me say this. In defense of Mr. Sessions, compared to others we've had, he does an excellent job following up on things, doing things. The thing that be correct and all that sometimes, but nevertheless, we don't have to. I mean, we got enough with being city council of a district, seeing about our constituents, voters and non-voters. I'm combated every day about somebody got a problem and an issue about a this and about that, and a stop sign or water bill or everything, and trying to handle that situation and even answer the question, not only from my own district, but from other folks around this city, in this district. City managers and being a CEO, chief executive officer, the job is to handle these situations, and that's what we've hired him for, as being a council. And that's what you all have accepted for, because maybe you got up and said how well things are, and he come and answer, he come and do this, he come and do that. He'll see about this, he might crawl up under that, and all of that. And, but we look at things from a different perspective, from our ordinances, from our laws and all that. So we see things a little different than what you all see, to a perspective. And so, yeah, that's it. That's enough.
All right, I'm waiting for everybody else to go with that item. Yes, ma'am. All right, we're going to move on to item 6 and 6A. Sessions.
CRA board vacancy, the CRA director should announce that.
Good evening, Nicholas Virgil, City Live Oak CRA Director. As you all know, we have a CRA board opening, the at-large position. In front of you is 2 applications that were submitted. The publication, we ran it in the Riverbend publication for approximately 5 weeks. We didn't get any involvement or response the first time. Second airing, we got 2 applications. We also advertised it on our social media pages, had an application available in person, also on our website. Both candidates are here in person today. If you have questions for them, this decision is to be made by the City Council, and it will be an appointed position for. The first candidate would be Mr. William Millie Golightly, and then the second candidate is going to be Miss Heather Henderson. I can't say her last name, so I'll use her maiden name.
I can't say it either.
So I'm going to do the finance council. Got both applications.
Both applications are there, as well as the letters that they wrote stating their interest.
So we have to select one.
Yes.
So anybody have any questions?
If you have questions, it would be available.
Make sure you're speaking into your microphone.
Yes, yes. So we're only doing one board,
We only have one position open right now.
but we have 2 applications.
2 applications, 1 open.
Well, I think what we've done in the past, we heard from the candidates.
That would be what you
So,
did.
let's, I don't know if we can make a motion or whatever.
I'll let you go ahead here, Father.
Okay.
You can forward both opportunity.
Right.
3 minutes. Is that good? 3 minutes?
Yes.
Regular 3 minutes?
3 minutes.
Just 3 to 5 minutes. 3 to 5 minutes. Here we go.
Call whoever you want first.
We'll just go, the first one you said was Mr. William Golightly. Yes, yeah, forward.
Good evening, that's me. My interest in the position is I've kind of worked inside the city area for about 15 last years. First as a real estate agent, then later on as a broker. I have a broker's license in the building town about 10 years. I like the concept of the CRA. I think that it does good things. I think it has good potential. As a business owner in the past, I've kind of been turned off by some of the approaches for, us taking money and doing funding and things. And, I don't need to get into a whole lot of history on it, but it's really hard sometimes, whenever you're basically came to and say, oh, we need to give you money so you can do this, so you can do this, so you can do this. And, it's been more of that in the past in my experience than coming to me as a business owner and being like, hey, what are you struggling with? What can we help you with? And that's not necessarily reflective on the current folks in the CRA, but maybe just kind of an overarching theme, I'm going to say, from my experience the last few years. So, I probably have a little different perspective than probably a lot of the people that may apply for this or be in this position. But that's where I'm at. I was very transparent, I think, in my letter that I wrote, with it. I'm not a cloak and dagger guy. It's just, that's kind of been my thoughts and experience with it. And I would like to help shape what's coming. I know with the county offices, eventually there's going to have to be, some stuff changed in downtown and the CRA district to keep things, viable for everybody. So. That's pretty much my part.
All right, thanks, sir. Yeah. You want to answer?
Mr. Golightly,
I have questions, I'm sorry.
come on back up.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I thought you called
No,
back. I thought
no,
you
no.
had. Oh, okay.
I got a question.
Well, question I have, you say right here, this is one thing that you're you know, it doesn't sit well with you is about, we're from the government and we're here to help, rather than a genuine interest and willingness to help the child's businesses. Do you understand what the CRA, how the CRA came about and how it gets its money, and the parameters that it has to work up under?
So from a high level, I mean, I've not worked in the office, so I don't know all the details of it, but I mean, I know that it's a special taxing district. I know that the boundaries were recently expanded to cover more area that the CRA can collect money from and work on programs and stuff in. You know, I don't know, you know, the back history of when it was enacted in Florida legislature for all the municipalities and stuff. No, I don't know that part.
I wouldn't expect a lot of people to know that part of it, but what, just give me an example of what you would say are our challenge that the businesses are facing downtown or in the CRA district.
I mean, yeah, I think, you know, parking is a big thing. You know, you go back and look at, you know, some of the older pictures, you know, downtown and stuff before they changed the roads and the traffic, and we had parking in front of the buildings on, you know, angles and stuff. I mean, we've not recovered parking that we had, you know, 50 years ago. As far as, you know, places for, you know, business to have customers and stuff. I mean, I think the project across the railroad tracks over there is awesome. I wish we would have had it 20 years ago. And I think there probably needs to be some more stuff like that. I think that, you know, there should probably be some other public projects and stuff like that. And again, personally, you know, the approach of going to the businesses and kind of like trying to beat them over the head on taking money for projects and things, it doesn't sit well with me. You know, and again, I may be an outlier on that, but that's my approach.
Do you currently own a business inside the CRA?
I do, yeah.
Is that, I just want to make sure, is that okay? Can you represent?
Yeah, it'd just be if his business came up, it'd just be a district property.
Yeah.
And I've had 11 years and never applied for anything, but yeah.
Yes, sir.
The money is there.
Yeah, is there?
It's there for you to apply.
All right. Any further questions? All right, thank you, sir. Ms. Heather.
My name is Heather Henderson Shoy, S-C-H-E. She asked me to say it really slow, sorry. Shoy, yeah. That's why I go by Henderson, because nobody can say it. I applied for this because I have used the CRA funding. I was born and raised in Live Oak, lifetime, 4th generation. My great-grandparents, grandparents, I've raised my kids here. Now I have a 4-year-old little grandbaby that I raise here. She's active in all the sports. My kids were active in all the school things, and I've participated in the city my whole life, not only with me, but my kids. 5 years ago, I actually purchased my first home within the city limits. And so since I was in school, I've seen this county and this city grow exponentially, right? And we're seeing what's going on in the county levels. But then when you come into the city, you know, you don't see as much growth as you're seeing in the county. And so when you come here, you see a lot of buildings that are dilapidated and decrepit, and it's just really sad. And so I have a heart for what I do in emergency management as the current emergency management director. Sorry, I made a bunch of notes, but I'm just going to speak from my heart. I see what's going on, and with the hurricanes, it has destroyed so much of our infrastructure and so much of the things that our homes and our businesses, and the CRA can do so much for those businesses and also for those homes. I got fencing because of the CRA funding. I'm in the process of getting my hurricane damage replaced with the help of CRA funding. Like everybody else, I work a job that, you know, I pay my own bills. I have to make a living, and I can't afford to just spend thousands and thousands of dollars to fix things that insurance or FEMA wouldn't fix. So it's been a huge help for me personally. I know friends that have used it. I think it's a great thing. I think our parks are a great thing. I'm on the Heritage Park and Garden Board. I'm a board member for that. I'm on the Kiwanis, I'm in a Kiwanis membership. I'm active in the chamber. I do things within the city. We just had that sip and stroll. Anything that's in the city, I try to go to, because I think our city is beautiful and I think that it needs to be restored. I love the Heritage Gardens thing that that you guys are working on for the CRA. I just think that being on this board will give me both the opportunity to work cohesively within the department that I work in for emergency management and get the city more involved in what we do there. And also personally, because my kids and my grandkids do use the things that are within the city. So, thank you for your consideration.
Questions from this?
Oh, sorry.
Thank you. For me, looking at your letter, it seems like you have a good grasp on what CRA is, and what it does and what it can do.
That's thanks to the occupation that I have. I'm well versed with grants and all those kind of things. So I kind of can speak the language. There's still a lot to learn, but
All right, thank you.
thank you.
All right, so anything further, Mr. Joel? All right, what will be the pleasure of the council? Yes, we need a motion.
I make a motion that we appoint Ms. Heather Sheridan as our child, Ms. Heather Henderson, as our CRA board member.
All right, have a motion?
Second.
And a second. All right, any discussion? Obviously, I appreciate both candidates. It's a pretty good problem to have to choose between volunteers. So thank you for both of you guys' interest.
Mr. Attorney, just in case, if there's a 2-2 vote, how will that work?
It fails. You have to have a majority vote of the members present.
So we have a motion and a second. Let's roll call it then. Start with you.
Yes, Gladys.
Brown Robinson, yes.
And we're voting for who now?
We're voting for Ms. Heather. Ms. Heather.
Okay. Jefferson, yes.
And Campbell, yes. So, congratulations, Ms.
If I could just add, with that, council, just be on the lookout. We're going to, again, do our annual meeting with all the council, and since we have a new member about the CRA, we're going to give you the package, we're going to go over all of the information coming up, the plan rewrite and everything else, so that'll be coming up, and we'll do an individual one-on-one meeting. So,
I do have one question. When will she, her office, or her term take this next meeting? She'll be coming. Her.
it'll be your meeting.
Thanks, sir. Another session?
All right, we're on to C.
Yes, sir.
We're going to read ordinance 1553.
City Council Ordinance 1553, an ordinance of the City of Live Oak, Florida, creating a new section 26-135 titled Pedestrian Prohibited and Traffic Separators within Chapter 26 of the City Code of Ordinances, creating a civil citation penalty, providing a severability clause, providing a repealing clause, and providing for an effective date. This is a second reading.
Final reading, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, this is not quasi-judicial.
We'll get to my boring speech next.
All right, so, what will be the pleasure of the council?
Item C, okay. I make a motion that we accept the final reading of ordinance 1535. Oh, I'm sorry, 1553. 1553.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All right, hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Final reading of ordinance 1553 is approved. Agenda item D.
And 1554.
We'll have Mr. Patel, if you want to just come over here, just in case somebody has a question for you, then you'll be there, sir.
All right, so for the record, items 6, D, E, F, and G will be handled as a quasi-judicial proceeding. This is, I believe, the first reading of all 4 ordinances. We will read the title to each ordinance. We will then open the floor to all those that wish to speak on the particular ordinance, be given 3 minutes. The proposed zoning ordinance requires the council conduct a public hearing in a quasi-judicial capacity. City council's decision must be made on the evidence and information that is presented at the public hearing, including the agenda materials, planning board recommendations, testimony presented at the public hearing, and the deliberations of the city council. City council must make its decisions based on the evidence in the record, much like a jury would do in a trial held at a courthouse. The city council's decision may not be based on any information received outside of the hearing process. The council is allowed to take into consideration, is not allowed to take into consideration public sentiment or the popularity of a particular development proposal. In this case, and all 4 of those, property owner, the applicant has the burden to prove that its application is consistent with the comprehensive plan and land development regulations. If the applicant meets that burden, then the burden shifts to the governmental board to demonstrate that maintaining the existing zoning classifications with respect to the property accomplishes a legitimate public purpose. Citizens who want to participate in the quasi-judicial hearing can testify as to factual matters. Their testimony will be considered provided the testimony is backed up by established facts, studies, or evidence that is not conjecture or just based on a feeling. Non-expert testimony in a zoning case is perfectly permissible and can constitute substantial and competent evidence if it is fact-based. A quasi-judicial hearing is not a popularity contest. Local politics can play no part in the decision-making process. In Florida, the quasi-judicial decisions made by planning officials are to be based on substantial competent evidence and must be consistent with the comprehensive plan. Let's see, Florida Statutes 286-0115 provides any person who is not otherwise prohibited by statute, charter provision, or ordinance may discuss with any commissioner or council member, in this case, the merits of any matter that the council may take action on. Ex parte communications with a council member, which relates to a judicial